welcome to the Council of Titos, the show on the Laro-Laro channel that talks about a different kind of game, the reality TV game show and social experiment that has run for over 2 decades, Survivor. I'm Chief Bustak, Joel Parcon, and with me, as always, is Just a Potato, Jao Atienza. What's up, Jao? How are you doing?
Just came from date night with my wife. We went to a restaurant that is best described as mid.
Oh.
I don't like Gen Z slang, but that's like a really good word.
Yeah,
it fits. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
And also, let's go!
Ooh, wow, nice one. Nice one.
Let's go now that you're not like at home and don't have the buff on you.
Someone has the buff.
Someone has to have the buff. Yeah. Anyway, also with us is the man with the thoughts, Martin. He's back. How are you doing, man?
Well, last week I was feeling like how someone in the tribal council was feeling, you know? How can I describe it? Like,
And then licorice, do it again. with a right? The second time around. Anyway, for tonight, we are going to talk about episode 11 of Survivor Season 46, entitled My Messy Sweet Little Friend. But before we begin, do consider hitting the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you get updated whenever we come up with new episodes on this channel. And for those of you who don't want to have to look at our mugs whenever we talk Survivor, you can go to wherever you get your podcasts, just search for Council of Titos. And so, without further ado, let's begin. Okay, guys, what was your top of mind biggest thing that happened in this last episode?
Well, first and foremost, it's not a high, but I'm quite disappointed in everybody in that tribal council.
Why so?
Because they voted out one of my favorites, Venus.
Ooh.
Why did you take out Venus?
Why was Venus your favorite?
As it was stirring the pot. Like, we already had like that dude who was already gone, Tevin's gone, so that's less entertainment. We got one of my canonical winner picks gone, and now Venus, really guys. So we're stuck with Q. Is that what you want?
Wait a minute. Let's track it back. Let's track it back. Who is Martin's canonical winner pick now?
Supposed to be Maria.
Maria.
Oh,
wow, you got the biggest chance. She was the one that took out.
She took out.
She took out
Tiffany.
Tiff.
Yeah,
she took out Tiff.
Because that was my canonical winner pick before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your canonical winner pick was Banu, who was taken out.
Yeah, your original canonical winner pick was
by
Banu.
Maria.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Let's not forget the first third of the season.
Speaking of the first third of the season, this episode was the final several people in the game, and I like how someone mentioned that.
I think Jeff already had that in mind. I mean, we are down to the final, and then there were like several. Yeah, long live Jelinski. Yeah, Venus getting voted out from this episode was, I think, I don't know, it for me was a symptom of the people who said that they were going to make moves chickening out, basically, from the strategic vote. From the strategic, I mean, you're right, Martz. We're stuck with Q. We're stuck with Q. You've got Charlie who said that he was. Yeah, you've got Charlie who said that he was seeing Maria, seeing a Final Four that shouldn't be with Maria or Q, right? And this was the time. You're right. This was the time. They had the 3 girls, and then Charlie. It could have been another iteration of Charlie's Angels, and they could have taken out Q, right? But yeah, people chickening out on the strategic vote. That is something that got Venus voted out. But yeah, I mean, and even Kenzie and Liz chickened out, right? I mean, they weren't able to. They said, I mean, Kenzie wanted to vote out a Q, and then Liz of all people really wanted to vote out Q.
Yeah. Why are they? Is Q that? Is Q that like small of a jury threat? That little of a jury threat?
Maybe. it might be that. My take on it is that the castaways, this particular group of castaways, are becoming so wary of being on the wrong side of the boat, right? They feel as if they're gonna be on the wrong side of the boat. I don't think that Liz and Kenzie knew what Charlie was really gonna do, right? That's why they
Mhm.
wanted to stay on the right side of the vote. That's why they voted Venus. So it
Yeah.
became that they're so wary of that final tribal when people are gonna point out, like, uh you were on the wrong side of the vote for this, for this, for this, for this, for that, and everything like that. I mean, that they end up just going with what they deem is gonna be the majority.
That seems to be one of the criteria for, like, tribal council, right? Like, at final tribal council, if they were to have like a rubric, one of the items there for like 5% is being on the right side of the vote,
Mm-hmm.
which I would like to talk about Ben for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and what we all thought was a brilliant vote for
Mm.
for my canonical winner pick in the person of Kenzie, right? It was like all of the analysis was saying that, like, this was such a big brain move by Ben, just in case Venus did play her idol, which she didn't for like dude. The only person that played the idol correctly throughout the entire season was Jess, and it was like and it wasn't even a real idol, um, which is kind of sad.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and yeah, Venus, come on, just play your idols.
I don't, yeah.
Jeff seems to think that it's because players are getting really good at blindsiding people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think I mean, that's what Jeff says. Like, everybody's saying they should play their idol, but then that just shows how good the players currently are at keeping them in the dark and making them feel comfortable. I think they're just playing greedy. Like, they all saw Marianne in 42, and the biggest move that she had was, I had an idol in my pocket. Ha
Mm-hmm.
ha. Right. So that could be something that is sort of at the back of their minds. So yeah, I suppose that's one of the big things. Venus not playing her idol. It's become a pattern with this cast now. Um, but yeah, Ben. What a lot of the Survivor pundits were saying was like a super big brain move by throwing a stray vote on Kenzie in case it was in case Venus decided to play her idol. If you watched the preview of the upcoming
Mm-hmm.
episode, which is usually just like the part directly after tribal, it's like during the night vision
Mm.
section of the show. um Ben says that he did it by accident. Like, apparently he was completely out of it or something, and just like wrote Kenzie's name down because he was thinking about Kenzie or something.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm I'm
And
I'm
Like,
I'm 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 doubting
like
more and
how do you
more how strategic that guy can be.
yeah, so like, at first I wanted to think at first I was thinking like, yeah, man, big brain move, but then when I saw the preview for the upcoming episode, and it was centered around Ben like saying that it was a mistake, even in confessional, and Kenzie being all like, "Yo, we were supposed to be island buddies," and all of that.
why, Ben?
Uh, yeah, Ben. Hmm, hmm. I'd yeah, but until the episode comes out in a couple of days, it's still canon that Ben made a great move by throwing a
Hmm.
stray vote on Kenzie. Just putting that
Indeed.
out there.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Well, I just want to go back to the whole idol holder going home on another blind side.
Mm.
Yes, I do understand that it can be perceived as the cast getting better at hiding the blind sides. Um, but yeah, I would like to. I think that I would like to agree more with your other statement, Joe, about how this may mean that the cast is more. They wanna be greedy. They wanna come up with that Marianne move, right? I really do not see the logic of holding on to the idol when you know that you're in peril, right? And I honestly I was cheering for Venus. Her play after finding the idol, that was actually good. I mean, she can play the game. You can see that she can play the game. I mean, pretending
Yeah.
to still be looking for an idol after she found it. I mean, that skip was that skip was cute. Well,
Yeah.
that one sequence where she was skipped. But yeah, I don't know. She finally knew to keep it hidden and not be like Gem and do something crazy to throw more suspicion her way. But yeah, what for me got her voted out was more how she talked with Charlie. I think that's what swayed Charlie back
Mm.
to voting with Maria. Her caginess. I mean,
Yeah.
she blurts out that, "Oh, don't worry, I've got something up my sleeve," and then she probably was screaming inside at herself as to why she said that. I don't know. I haven't. Yeah. Why would you say
Yeah.
that? Why would you say that if you want to hide your idol? Why would you say that? I don't know. Yeah, she thought that that was the right play for using the idol socially, but that was definitely not the way. Unless she was gonna reveal to Charlie that she had an idol, that was not the right way. Yeah.
Yeah. Because something that I've been thinking about was um what is the value of an idol socially, right? Like, is it something that is best kept secret, or is it something that you let some people know about to get on side, or is it something that everybody should know about, that way the vote isn't on you, right? Like the most recent season of Australian Survivor, um it was pointed out, Ferris had an idol that everybody knew about, and as a result of that, nobody came after him because they were all so scared that he would play his idol.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Right. So
Yeah.
like, what is the role of an idol? Well, I mean, it depends from, season to season and cast to cast, but I don't know. That was just yeah, that was just something that I was thinking about.
Yeah. The maybe as you've been mentioning in previous seasons and previous episodes, Joe, the social contract here is fairly weird for me. It's hard to comprehend what the
Yeah.
social contract is here.
Mm, yeah, actually. Pero yeah, it was actually Eileen that pointed it out when she was on Rob Has a Podcast.
Mm,
That yeah, my canonical winner pick from Survivor, from Australian Survivor, because of
yeah.
the Asian thing.
Well, speaking of
But
Eileen and Australian Survivor, did you hear the news about them wanting to do an Australian Survivor versus US Survivor for
versus US.
2025?
Saw it on my
yes,
timeline. Yeah.
and I feel really bad for the US Survivor players if they're going to be bringing in guys like
Co-hosts.
Ferris and like King
Mhm.
George and you know
Yeah. And it depends. Well, since it's going to be in Survivor Australia, it's going to be by Survivor Australia rules, right? So it's going to be a lot more
Oh.
physical, a lot more, a lot more cutthroat, basically.
yeah, a lot, and a lot longer. let's
Yeah,
um, let's not forget.
yeah. So none of this 26 day thing.
Yeah,
They're gonna go. How I do they still go by 39 days, right? Or
I think
39?
so. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
No,
yeah.
no, they
So
go longer, man.
longer.
They go
42?
longer. Yeah, they well, heroes versus villains was into the 40s, like 40 days.
Oh, I actually
Let's
didn't
see,
notice that.
Titans versus Rebels. Let me just open that.
Yeah,
Yeah, 46 days.
Whoa,
yeah.
that's longer than Survivor Australian Outback.
Yeah.
Season
How long? How long
Yeah.
did Survivor
So
Australian Outback go for?
42 days.
Oh,
That's like
okay.
just extra 3 days, like an extra tribal council compared to Survivor, the very first one,
The re-
30.
the usual one. I mean, it's 30.
Yeah, the
It's
usual as
usually
well.
39 days. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I'd feel unless they go for some of the American the
Twists.
US Survivor people that are more like old school. Well, not necessarily old school, but like, pre-40.
Mm.
Well, I did see. Well, it was probably a fan cast, but Boston Rob, Sandra Diaz Twine, Russell Hantz was in it. It was a fan cast, so it's probably why.
Again? Again? But he
Yeah.
got
Did
smoked in Australia.
really?
Yeah.
He got smoked.
Yeah, but he was there. I don't remember the others. Tyson. Basically, most of the 39. Most of
Mm.
39. Sorry, was it no 40? Most of
Winners
40
at war. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
winners at war.
Yeah, the winners
Nice.
at war.
Yeah, they're bringing them. So it's basically an all-star versus all-star.
I'd be down to see that.
Yeah, Tyson Apostol was in it.
But, a-
Yeah.
But
but
we're,
age-wise, like how younger are the Australian Survivor All-Stars? Because they have like they're a bit. They started a bit, you know.
26. They
yeah, but
restarted
Younger.
2016. But yeah, they're probably
they're the
around the
same
same age.
age,
Yeah.
man.
All right. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like,
Yeah.
and Rob is old already. Sandra too, but didn't Sandra join
Sandra
like a
already. Yeah,
Survivor Australia?
before she joined Traitors, she joined Survivor Australia.
With her
And
She
daughter,
joined it.
right?
Yeah, with her daughter, who had to
Yeah.
be evacuated because of a broken ankle.
Ah, snap. So,
But then, like, her daughter was in Heroes versus Villains and made a really deep run.
Yeah.
oh, wow, okay. So there's
Yeah.
a big chance he's gonna be back just to get back because he got injured. So
No, she
yeah,
was she
seriously.
was she came back afterwards.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nina was her name, right? Nina
Nina.
Twine. She was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. She made it quite deep in Australian Survivor. Heroes versus Villains, which is one of the best seasons of
Hmm.
just Survivor ever. you
Yeah.
know?
King George. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who's it?
Masterclass, man. A masterclass.
No,
Okay,
anyway, let's go back to Survivor US.
Yep.
uh, any other thing that
Ah,
that stood out to you, Martin?
True, my
No,
It's
butt
getting
is
hot.
getting
now
hot.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I had that same experience. That's why I've never worn it again.
I just put it on my head. There.
There, that can work. Yeah, that can work. That actually works. It actually looks better on you than it would have on me, man. Than my buff
Or
would on me.
I wanted to like try to use it as a tube top, but like
oh,
Oh, okay.
really? Charlie's
See, just
gameplay?
one
Amazing.
thing. Yeah.
Some of the most amazing gameplay in recent memory.
Hmm.
I mean,
The low key
again,
throwing Marie under the bus.
yeah.
oh,
Recency bias. Recency bias. Um, Charlie's play this episode or this season, but in this round in particular, wow, chef's
Mm.
kiss,
Hmm.
right? Like they have to get rid of him.
Hmm. Maria needs to get rid of him. I think okay, this is a prediction. It is early, but this is a prediction. That might be the realization that Maria comes to because in the next time on, she says something like something died in me today. That's because
oh,
she realized that she has to get rid of Charlie. Uh, Yeah, because right before that scene, we were shown a scene where it was Charlie and Maria, like, saying that Charlie said that I love her, but I have to get her out, right? Something like that.
Mm.
And then after that, we see Maria on the boat, and she's like, something died in me today. Yeah.
So you're on the Maria turns on Charlie train now, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's been my prediction for like the past 5 episodes.
Yeah. She realizes that Charlie has been working behind her back. Right.
Mhm.
That low key throwing her under the bus. That was like, yeah, that was a great move. It wasn't my move, but yeah, it was a great move.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, to be fair, man, Maria in the selection of who gets to go with her on reward
Mm,
did, I think, worse than Q, and that is saying a lot because, like, I thought we couldn't get any lower than that.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, like after they they said it was a considerable amount of time after she had picked after she had
Big Ben.
picked picked Ben to be like, all right, so who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? Apparently, she took something like 10 minutes or whatever,
Yeah.
and then to say, all right, just go with rock paper scissors after saying that her thought was people who haven't like eaten.
Mm-hmm.
It was like she knew that that Liz was having a rough go of it and said, "All right, I'm going to go for people that haven't eaten," um, knowing full well that those two people are like Liz and Venus, and to throw Q in there for the rock paper scissors was just I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
It was
even
yeah.
on Survivor, where it's a game for $1 million, I'm not sure that that was not a faux pas, if you will.
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And for me that entire thing about the well, she has her rights and everything, but Q just had a feast. An Applebee's feast, and then
Yeah.
you're picking you're giving him another chance at at getting a lot of food.
Yeah.
That yeah, that was just off, right? And yeah, Venus was right. Venus was right. I mean, Q went and threw the logic that he threw at Liz in the previous episode back at Venus, saying that, oh well, if Venus won, she wouldn't have taken Maria, she wouldn't have taken me, right? But then again, Venus has never shown much an animosity towards Maria, at least not that we've seen. I know that she's shown animosity towards Q, but
Yeah.
last week I thought that it was justified, Q's justification that Liz would never have chosen him to for the Applebee's because Liz was at odds with Q. Well, all of them, except Maria, are at odds with Q. Right?
Yeah.
But this time, I don't think that you could really. I think that Venus was on point. She said, "You'll never know because we'll never find out because it didn't happen." And I think yeah, it's just them rationalizing the fact that okay, but Liz has her rice. Yeah, the pity rice that Jeff gave Liz, right? For
Mm.
that challenge and then she's gonna share it with Venus. And I was like, so that's like how many cups of rice was that? That was about 3 cups of rice. Eh,
Yeah,
such
that's
rationalization.
yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. We're foreshadowing my goats of the week.
Yeah,
Just putting that out there.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like not
Here's
not very smart play from
not,
Maria, I think. For the first time. For the first time, I think this was like horrible. And this round she was just outplayed by
mhm,
Charlie.
by Charlie. I, yeah. She does look like just like last week, Kenzie. Kenzie was started to get overconfident, and she did admit to it, right? That
Mm.
she got a little too confident at knowing where things lie. So the same
Yeah.
thing is happening here with Maria. She's like feeling all the power, right? The power that she's got. The moment that she doesn't win that immunity necklace, Charlie's gonna go for her head, right?
Yeah.
And Charlie's a challenge beast as well.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Right.
Kenzie. By the way, Kenzie, if when Kenzie wins, because she is after all my canonical winner pick. When Kenzie wins, because of Ben's vote in this episode, she is no longer going to have a perfect game.
Yeah, she cannot hold it over people saying that no one ever wrote my name down. Yeah, she can't say
Yeah,
that. Has Ben's name ever been written down? It has. Oh, it has, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There haven't been very many people on Survivor that have played a perfect game,
Yeah.
and yeah, yeah. Kenzie got pretty close,
Mhm. Mhm.
if not for Ben.
If not for
Ben.
Ben.
The two of us need look no more.
Anyway, one other thing that stood out to me, especially this episode, this was the fact that this was the first time that people started looking for an immunity idol that went with the idol holder. It's
Yeah.
weird to me, yeah, because well, I don't know. Gem's idol, nobody actually looked for it. It was Marie who found it. I'm assuming that's how it went.
Mm.
But that's probably because nobody actually knew she had an idol. Nobody looked for Hunter's idol after he got voted out. The justification for that is that they probably didn't believe him when he said he had an idol, right? Because if he
Yeah.
had an idol, he probably would have really played it, right? And then nobody looked for whose idol was it? Oh well, they did look for Tiff's idol. That's this idol, right? When they knew that Tiff had an
And this
idol, and
everybody knew.
yeah, so it's yeah, I no, it's probably I don't know how. The Tiff's idol is the Yano idol. Hunter's idol is the what's their name? Nami idol.
Mm.
But and Gem's idol, which is right. Gem's idol. Does Maria have it? No. Gem's idol. Has it ever come back out? Nobody has looked for it either, right?
I don't think so. No, I don't
So,
think I don't think so. Like right
so
now I think all the idols
yeah. So technically,
are
there are two more idols out there, right?
should
There has
be.
to be, yeah.
But then, I guess right now they're all just idol-less,
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. No
which is pretty
idols.
cool. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. We go
It's
back to
pure social
basics.
game. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
With a yeah, good. Hashtag Survivor is listening. Nice.
No more weird advantages. No more idols that pop out all of a sudden. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're out there. They're
Yes.
probably out there, but they're just
Mhm.
hiding them better, perhaps.
Yeah. And then
Instead
all of a
of
sudden
like
they
what
start
40.
go ahead. Go ahead, Joe.
I was just gonna say 41 was ridiculous.
Mm.
Yeah, they went too far in one
Mm.
direction. And I think they're finding like this nice sort of middle ground right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which yeah.
That's pretty good. It's that you're right. Hashtag Survivor is listening. Thank God. Thank God. They know their
Thank
audience.
you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I also had a bit of a meta moment, especially when he brought out the licorice. And he was like, yeah, right. It was like, why is Jeff giving food? I was like, yeah, that was my reaction precisely, especially when you gave out the popcorn. But you educated me, Joe, as to the real sinisterness of that move.
That was just a theory, by the way. Um
Yeah, I know,
if
but yeah, it's a plausible theory.
if I were to give another plausible theory about Jeff being sassy when it comes to food, licorice is horrible.
I've never tried it. I've never tried it. Well, he says that
Like
it's his favorite thing to
licorice is
eat
like
when he watches something. Is one of his favorite shows.
lies, damn lies. I don't know. I really don't like the taste of licorice, and it is one of those things that you either um you either like it or you really hate it.
Mm.
You know, it's one of those things where some people cannot stand the taste of licorice, and my my out there sort of theory is that Jeff was giving out licorice um as a not a punishment, but as a sort of, here you go, you get the worst candy ever.
Of course, my theory is a little bit more humanitarian, and it's because again, Liz did not go on the reward, so he's trying to get Liz something. Right? That's the thing with the popcorn. She hadn't eaten, and then the one with the solo cup, the solo portion of rice that never appeared before then. But then Jeff says it's always been there, and then this time it's the licorice. Although,
You can always negotiate.
yeah, you can always
In the
negotiate
past
for a
30
free.
plus seasons, you can always negotiate.
Yeah, Jeff and his retcons. Yeah. So yeah, but yours is still like, once again, again I've never tried licorice. So yeah, I don't really know. But yeah, again, plausible. Yeah. Any other things that stood out to you guys?
Oh, licorice.
All right. So on that note, I guess we're gonna
It
go
tastes
ahead
like
to our.
pure cinnamon and ginger. Oh,
Oh, well, I can get how it can be appealing to Americans then because they like cinnamon, don't they?
yeah. I like cinnamon as well, but have you
Uh-huh.
ever taken like a bite out of a cinnamon stick?
That
Oh, okay.
doesn't feel nice. No, I don't want to.
Okay. All right.
That's
All right.
my,
Smells nice, but
you know,
no.
that's how
No.
I feel about licorice. It's like I
Okay.
take a knob of ginger and a stick of cinnamon and put it in my mouth at the same time. Yeah.
So anyway, so yeah, licorice. I probably will be eating it anytime soon. On that note, let's go
Oh, well, we
ahead
should
to.
get you
Oh,
some licorice. Let's get you licorice,
oh,
just
okay.
so you can
Yes,
try
just
it
so
out.
that I can try it out. Probably, yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyway, on that note, let's go ahead to our predictions for this week. The let's go first. Let's review our predictions from last week. Sorry, Joe.
It's true.
Alright. Um, you get a point. You get a point for the
Half a
for the
point, I
line.
think.
You
Half a
said,
point.
well, you said that Kenzie gets the line talking about Q.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ooh.
I said Venus gets the line talking about whatever. So if I had gotten it right, I would have gotten a full point. So I feel like if you had gotten both elements right, you would have gotten 2 points. So I
Oh,
guess
okay.
I'll give you
I guess so.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Q tries to bring back the Yano to get something going with Kenzie, which is why she
Yeah.
calls him messy sweet little friend.
Messy
Nope.
season. Yeah.
Kenzie might bite on the Q alliance.
Mhm.
They did vote the same way, but
Not because of the same
Not
reason.
because they were allied.
Yeah.
so do you get half a point for that, or
No,
Half
no,
a
no. I
point's
don't.
fair.
No,
all
I'm
right?
I'm I'm saying no, no, no. I'm gonna be Charlie. Like
Okay.
don't include no, no, no.
Right. Q gets voted out. Q being the
No.
smoke screen is working even on us.
Yeah.
Um, Ben brings to light Maria being a villain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you a point for that. Well, maybe half a point because Maria did it to herself.
Mm.
Okay.
Half a point. That's fair.
But then Charlie highlights it
Yeah, it's
because
Charlie who highlights it.
Charlie like twisted the knife, if you will.
True.
Indeed.
Wait, no, uh, no, you said Ben brings light to Maria villainy. Sorry, my
Yeah,
bad.
I said Ben.
And yeah, it was, yeah. And he finds out Maria and Charlie are working together. He feels betrayed and looks elsewhere. Um, no. For
I don't
me,
know if
my
he.
predictions:
Yeah.
Venus gets the line. Ben turns on Maria and Charlie. Maria turns on Charlie. Q was safe. Do I get a point for that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Q was safe. And Ben gets voted out.
Okay. All
So
right.
those are our predictions. We each got one. You got the more impressive one though. You got the line.
Yeah, it just sounded like a Kenzie line. But yeah, you're right. It also sounded like a Venus line. Uh, little did we know it was a Kenzie line about Venus. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Venus, man, she hinted that the bitter is quite jury. The jury is quite bitter this season. I'm quite excited for the
Ooh.
final tribal.
Ooh. Based on that,
Possible
I'm gonna
for
say that Maria gets into the final tribal. And Q as
maybe
well.
Q wins.
That's no, no. That's no, no. I think that's why they're gonna be bitter because Maria brings Q to the final tribal, and they're gonna
Oh
vote
my
for the
god.
third one, whoever that third one
Mm,
is.
could be,
That's gonna
could be. But then, like if
suck.
say, yeah, I mean, like she could be speaking for herself. She's bitter at everybody, but yeah, she hinted at a bitter jury, um, which is making me look forward to
To final
two
tribal.
episodes from now.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, let's go ahead to predictions for this week. The line, whose line is it actually? The line, the title for next episode is Mama Bear. I think that's pretty clear who it's gonna be about. Martin, who you got?
Yeah.
And
Ben is gonna say the line. Who's it gonna be about?
whoever Mama Bear to Ben is.
Okay, all right. What about you, Joe?
Wait, let me. uh, Is it if it's Mama Bear and it's Ben. Ben is probably going to be talking about Maria, right? It's like Ben about Maria,
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, I guess Maria.
and I'm guessing uh we're all having that as our prediction.
It's gonna be about Maria. Yeah,
I
it's
thought
just a
it's gonna
question
be
of who says
Jeff saying it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Ben talking about
Ben.
Maria. Yeah.
So you've got Ben about Maria as well. I originally actually had that Ben about Maria, but given the context of the other scenes in the next time on,
Yeah.
I'm going instead with Charlie talking about
Oh,
Maria.
okay.
That's why it becomes a bittersweet thing
Mm,
about him. She's Mama Bear, but this this baby bear has gotta go out of the cave and fend for itself, right? So
yeah.
yeah.
Gosh, watch as it's Liz like talking about Venus.
She was Mama Bear. Why did I vote her out? Oh.
Or it could be Kenzie talking about Liz, right?
Well, speaking of Mama Bear, congratulations to Liz. She just revealed that she's got a baby bump
Oh,
on
oh
X
Oh
and on
yeah.
Twitter.
congrats.
Yeah, yeah.
Congrats.
So whoever is keen
So maybe
on
it
what
is about
happened,
Liz,
yeah, it is. Yeah. Sorry, not Liz. Kenzie.
sort of as a
Kenzie revealed.
tie-in.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Kenzie
Kenzie. Sorry,
revealed.
maybe it
Yeah.
is about Kenzie. So it's like, um, what's it? Maybe it's like an episode tie-in. Yeah, I remember seeing that
True.
on Instagram. I think it might have been, or one of the
Yeah,
comments on Instagram
yeah,
congratulating her.
yeah. Other predictions.
Q
Ooh.
wins immunity.
Ooh,
Whoa, whoa,
wow.
whoa, whoa, what?
You finally win something?
Q wins immunity.
Well, immunity. Yeah, but he already won the reward. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say Charlie wins immunity.
Okay. I don't have an immunity prediction, but I do feel that Maria is gonna steamroll through the others and get to the finale. Again, going. I mean, this is now bolstered by what you said about Venus alluding to there being
Yeah.
a bitter jury.
Mm. And she has to do it by turning on Charlie, and you think it's going to come in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's. Yeah, Maria turns on Charlie.
Watch as how Maria is actually the one who says the line. This mama bear's gotta kill her baby bear.
But you know what? You know what? I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Charlie turns on Maria. There.
Ooh, it's gonna be the other
Charlie
way
turns
around.
on Maria. But
Yeah,
just so
the
that it's
opposite.
interesting like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Charlie turns on Maria. We'll
nice,
see
nice,
what
nice.
happens.
All right.
Because I've been going back and forth with the past
Mm-hmm.
predictions, right? Like Charlie turns on Maria, Maria turns on Charlie. So, I suppose I'll just keep going back and forth until it happens. Yeah, so this time Charlie turns on Maria in earnest, because
Mm.
we could have said that the previous, or we could say that this particular episode was indeed Charlie turning on Maria
True.
by kind of bad mouthing her to the pizza losers. That's what they call themselves, right?
Yeah.
To the pizza
It's
losers. So,
losers.
but by turning on, she throws a vote. He throws a vote her way.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. All right. Any other predictions, Marks?
And you're no.
For me, yeah, I think I'm good with just Q winning
Okay. All
immunity.
right. All right.
But you know,
I'm gonna
maybe let's throw another one in. There will be a blow up at Tribal, maybe involving Liz and Q
Okay.
again.
All right.
Again.
Again. Yeah. You
Again.
were saying, Joe.
yeah.
But,
All right.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say no. Who's going to get voted out? Who do
Oh,
we
okay.
think is getting voted out?
I I think. Oh gosh. Again, I go by what you said about there being a bitter jury. So I'm gonna say that Charlie gets voted out.
Hmm. Uh last week I said Ben was gonna get voted out this time.
Mm.
The what's it? The preview for next week had what looks like Kenzie turning on Ben. I'm going to take
Oh,
that as a red herring at the beginning of the episode. And Ben and Kenzie stick together, and they become the deciding votes.
Ooh.
Like they're the ones that have to be swayed over one way or another.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna say, and I've been predicting this as my prediction almost every time, even though I really do think that they're all just gonna drag him to the end as a goat. But
because
Q finally gets voted out. And
Ooh.
and and today and the Venus vote out is giving me a little bit more like hope that this is a distinct possibility, Q getting voted out, because um we've been mentioning that Q and Venus are playing very good third place games,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like
nice. Yeah.
they're probably not going to get any votes at tribal council, at final tribal. And what did they do? They voted her out
Mm-hmm.
in this episode. So, they might be actually playing the Q game and not taking a goat to the end, which means, sorry, Q, you might get voted out.
Ooh.
Okay.
So that's my fan theory
Nice. Nice.
slash
Nice.
prediction.
Slash
Q
prediction.
finally gets voted out. They're like, oh my god, this smoke screen. And he doesn't win immunity because Charlie like clutches one out, and they're like, yo, this guy was like just well fed and stuff, and he damn near beat me, so it's time to get rid of the Q smoke screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not
Okay.
gonna happen, but you know.
Nice thing to think about.
It's nice to think about.
Let's move over to survivors of the week, starting with your castaway of the week pick, Martin.
Yeah, I feel like gotta admit it has to be Charlie in this episode. That was a
Mm-hmm.
good game. Good game for the final several episode.
Okay.
He stuck truce now. gonna do well.
Yeah, I think we are unanimous on that, are we not? Like,
We're
I don't
not.
think anybody played. Oh, really? All right.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody played a better game this particular episode. Uh, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by your we're not unanimous on that.
The reason why we're not unanimous on that is because, well, yeah, I'll just go with my castaway of the week, which is actually surprise of all surprises. No, it's a real surprise. I have Q as my castaway of the week. In the end, yes, he is a
Oh,
goat. Yes, in the
yeah,
end, he's a goat, but he
yeah,
found a nice coattail to ride. He found a nice coattail to ride, and that's Maria's coattails. So
yeah.
right now, he
Mm,
he could have as easily, like, gone against Maria, uh, but no,
yeah.
he's getting fed. He wants to get fed. Why bite the hand that
Mm,
feeds you? So for me, he played the best non. He didn't. But how would you say it? He played the best non-game, non-play. Right? He didn't want to
yeah,
share the ball, and he mentioned
yeah,
as much in the next time on. He's been calm. Now he wants the storm, right? So he's been biding his
yep,
I've
time.
been
You
yeah,
calm.
can
yeah,
Now
you
yeah.
can you can say
storm.
that he's
Cancel
been
Christmas.
gabering. Cancel Christmas Day again. You
Yeah,
can say that he's been gabering,
yeah.
hiding until he can strike.
In plain sight.
Inside.
Yep, yep.
That's why he's gonna win immunity.
All right, let's go ahead to your goats of the week. Goat of the week. Jao, who you
Whew.
got?
Well,
Well, I already mentioned Maria,
Mm-hmm.
but if we're talking about goat and the survivor, or in the truest sense of the word, it's right now we have Q,
Mm,
right? Because, yeah, as the goat of the week, but as we use it sort of within the norms of the Council of Titos, it is Maria
mm,
for the reasons that I um talked about earlier.
yeah, yeah. What about you, Martz?
alright. Well, no more Venus, so by default, this episode's still Q.
You for you. Oh, okay. All right. So for me, again, another surprise goat of the week. For me, it is your castaway of the week, Charlie. For me,
Ooh.
yeah, it's because he already knew. He knew that he needed to take out Q. He knew that he needed to take out Q and Maria. He knew that he needed to break that up. He was already laying down the groundwork, the foundation for it, but he couldn't pull the trigger on Q. He got scared. He got scared because Venus just said something weird, right? Why not just, okay, trust it. I mean, it's probably so hard to trust Venus, but trust in Venus, take out the goat. Right? And by not
Mhm.
taking out the goat in queue, he becomes my goat of the week. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep, yep. And what about purple of the week, guys? What do you got for purple of the week?
Is there anyone?
I
Doesn't
mean,
have to be
yeah,
anyone.
Technically,
It doesn't have to be anyone, Marts. It
okay.
can be anything.
well,
Uh,
let's put it this way. This episode could have used a lot more Kenzie
Mm,
I was about to say Kent. Yeah, it
because
was missing
she's
a bit.
like
Yeah.
she's fading into the background, much
yeah.
to my dismay. But it could be an alligator thing, right?
Yeah, it
Could
could
be
be
Where
as well.
useful.
she's where she's alligatering at exactly the right time, and then she
Mhm.
comes out and strikes. But my actual go to the week is idle
Purple
plays.
of the week. Idle plays.
My purple of the week is the idle
Idle
play,
plays.
Hmm.
or
Yeah,
playing the idol.
yeah. We the one when how long ago was it when Jess played her quote unquote idol? It was so long ago. So there hasn't been a real play, idol play, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this was before Banu. Come on, man.
yeah.
Like,
Banu stayed because of that.
yeah.
Mm. Yeah, for
Ah,
for
Okay.
me, my purple of the week. You said idol play. Mine is sort of connected. strategy. People are getting scared. People are getting scared of being on the wrong side of the boat. And they just and they end up just going with the tide. They don't play strategically. They just,
Mm.
they wanna. It's probably you're probably right, Joe. They're probably getting too greedy. They want to do a Marianne. Or yeah, or they're. I don't. I cannot comprehend the lack of strategy so far.
Mm.
Even on Maria's side, right? That's not strategic to pick the guy that you know is a goat that everyone hates, and then the way you preface the your pick is because you wanted to pick the people who need it the most.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Wrong
Oh, by
social
the
and
way,
strategic play.
What's
by
up?
the way, I just to sort of close the loop on something that I mentioned
Mm.
earlier. Um, right now the people on pace to play the perfect game are Charlie, Liz, and Maria.
Oh, wow.
Alrighty.
Liz,
Yeah.
Liz.
my canonical winner pick, who might
Yeah.
just win it all if she gets to the final three with Maria and Q, and if Venus is correct with it being a bitter jury.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
definitely winning.
yeah,
But
yeah.
think
Because
of it,
she.
like, Liz could be on the jury and be spreading all of like, yo, Maria, cute. I don't know.
True, true. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they're
we'll
just
see.
closing the loop on that.
Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Any other thoughts, guys?
Last two episodes, man.
Last two episodes, and then we're gonna have to wait. I don't think is Australian Survivor gonna come up with anything soon. I think they're gonna wait until next year, right?
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
Jao?
Yeah,
Because I don't watch Australian Survivor.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah,
No worries.
so we yeah, t- two more episodes to go
Oh man.
until it becomes an audition for Survivor 50, because that's
Goodness,
what seasons 40, several 48 and 49 are going to be. Just
true.
auditions for Survivor 50.
You think they're gonna get only from the new era? They probably will, right?
Let's put a pin on it and have that as an episode during the off season.
True, true. Okay, all right. So, if there are no more thoughts for tonight, that is it for this episode. We would greatly appreciate it if you hit the like button so we don't get voted off the channel. At any rate, this has been Joel Parcon.
And this is my buff. Finally got a buff.
And this is Martin.
We hope to see you on the council again soon. Until then, stay safe mga kalaro. The Titos have spoken.